Monster Hunter Wilds has an input delay problem. Every weapon, every moveset has a bit of delay from you pressing the button and the actual move happening. And this has been known for a few weeks now, and other content creators have talked about it, but very recently there's been a mod that actually lets you change this so you no longer have this delay on any of the weapons. But is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Should you use this mod? Would it be cheating? Should we not use it in order for Capcom to actually fix it? Well, let's talk about it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. So, you can see the mod right here. It's called Key Lag. And essentially, it removes every one of the input delay that you have in any weapon. You can see right here, no key lag. I can go here. I have it disabled right now, but I can just enable it. And you're gonna see that you have every weapon and every type of attack that you have, every type of actual input that you could use in the game will be here with the original delay. And what this means is that play the game at 60 FPS, even if you have frame generation, regardless, that's how the game is actually developed, right? That's how the moves work at 60 FPS. So 0.05 means that it will be a 3 frame delay. 0.10 will be a 6 frame delay instead, right? Now, every one of the weapons has this, and it actually has different types of delays on each of the weapons. Not every move on every weapon has the same delay, right? Now, I know that this is what it says here, but personally, doing my own testing, it seemed like sometimes it will be a bit higher, a bit slower, and stuff like this. But, you know, I'm gonna believe more on the people that actually made the mod and know exactly the amount of frames that each of these weapons and moves you know, work. So I'm gonna believe them, right? But you can see that every one of the weapons has delay. And honestly, is it really that big of a deal for your, you know, normal attack to have a little bit of a delay on it, right? Like, you know, just, you know, oversell slash or whatever. Is it really that big of a deal for 6 frames? Not really, right? But whenever you're trying to use an attack that is supposed to evade, for example, this one, right? My forward slash, having a bit of delay kind of sucks, especially when you're using something very precise like EI slash, you know, abilities that you're supposed to hit at the right moment to evade the attack, to block the attack, to interact with the monster in some way that can only be done in a very specific timing. Having a delay really feels pretty bad. I think a lot of people have been complaining. I've seen it in Reddit and other places of people complaining that, oh, I thought that I actually hit my EI correctly. I actually thought that I was able to dodge that attack, but it didn't play out. I did it too late. Or sometimes maybe you're actually practicing and you realize, man, I have to press the button way earlier than I actually think I should. That happens to me a lot. And there's a reason for it, because there is an actual delay. And for attacks that are supposed to be super reactive, this is very problematic, I think. And most weapons, at least, have something like this, you know? You have Greatsword with the tackle or the guard. You have Sword and Shield with the guard. You have, you know, the evading attack with the dual blades. You have all these things that have a delay inherently from you just, you know, playing the game, which honestly kind of sucks, right? Now, so what you can do is to specifically target this type of abilities in order for them to not have a delay. Of course, you can use it for everything, but personally, if I were to use this add-on at all, I would be using it only for those attacks as are the most important. And what you would want to do is go into any of the weapons that you actually care about. In this case, for example, I'm talking about Longsword, and the big attack that I want to actually not have delay on is going to be my R2, because whenever I go into my EI slash, right, into my social sheath, I need to press R2 to perform it. So by me going in here into Longsword and putting the R2 at 0, this will make it so my delay on that specific attack won't exist, right? Now, this will apply the same thing will apply for any other weapon. For example, I think Greatsword is guard is R2, and I'm pretty sure Circle is the tackle while you're actually, you know, performing normal attacks. So you would have to get this 2 into 0 in order for this to happen. So yeah, it will depend on the type of weapon that you have. Now, the problem is it could be considered cheating. And, well, it kind of is, right? The game is kind of, you know, developed and made in order for you to have this delay. And why is this important? Because, and this is actually part of the actual post on the actual mod, Key Lag is designed to assist with dual button inputs, which helps the game to recognize slightly off dual button presses. But in many cases, the delay is longer than necessary, making single button actions unresponsive. So what happens is that whenever you're actually playing the game, sometimes you might actually press two buttons, and you want one to actually be overriding the other one. And by you having a delay, the game can actually figure out which one of the buttons that you are pressing is the one that you actually want to press, right? Now, this sometimes doesn't really work out correctly, and it makes you input something you don't want to, or it makes you not be able to do what you want in the speed that you want, which kind of sucks, right? But the game is kind of made this way, and by you tampering with this, you are kind of getting a little bit of an advantage. And it's also true that at the end of the day, by you doing this, you're kind of learning the game in a way that the game is not really meant to be played. Like, if you play like this, right, and then you go into console, for example, that doesn't have this mod, you're gonna feel very weird. You have, like, everything's super lagging, whatever. And at the end of the day, it is it is the responsibility of Capcom to actually make this decision. Now, I do think it's an important thing to talk about, and this mod is a good thing because that way we can actually, realize, how does the game play? Like, would I rather the game to not have any delay, or am I okay with delay? You can actually test it out yourself, right? That's the main reason why I want to make this video, is because I'm not sure what to do myself. Like, I'm like, okay, I could use this and learn the game this way. It's more responsive. It's probably more fun. But at the same time, I'm learning something that maybe I shouldn't be learning, right? But at the same time as well, other games don't really have this issue. Monster Hunter World for EI Spirit Slash did have this issue, but for other attacks, for other moves, it didn't seem to have it, right? So I'm like, is this something I want to do? I'm not quite sure. And I want everyone to make their own decision, of course, and I don't think you're gonna get banned for this. Like, there's no shot that anybody is gonna report you because you're using this mod. And like, oh yeah, that guy definitely is, there's no way he would have dodged that unless he had the 5 frame less or 6 frame less on their EI slash. There's no shot. Like, that's not true, right? Unless you're going for speedruns, which you shouldn't be using this type of things on. You're probably not gonna get caught or banned or whatever, right? But at the same time, it is an interesting thing to talk about. Like, should we, is that what's gonna happen afterwards? Like, is every speedrun gonna be like, yes, you should use no key lag, right? So your attacks are actually going at the correct one that you want to, whenever you press it, and everyone should install it? Or is it like, no, that is banned and you should not use it? I honestly have no idea. But at the end of the day, that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because it's like, I don't know which one. And, well, if you want to install this, guys, it's very easy. Just go in here. You do require Reframework to be installed, and I leave a comment in the description down below on, how to install that, because I have a video on that in particular. But you just download it, okay? Just, the typical mod thing, guys. You just go in here, you download it, you boom, let me just, go in there, and you would extract it, right? Actually, no, you would extract it, and the Reframework that you have here, you just copy the entire thing into your folder of Monster Hunter Wilds that I don't remember where it is. Let me just go here. There we go. And you just copy it over here and replace everything with it, and you'll be fine. The add-on will be enabled, and then you can just go into your Reframework, open it, go here, enable it, and customize it in the way that you want. Super easy. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think should be what happens, if Capcom should be dealing with this, if we as players, as the community, should be dealing with this instead, and if you think this mod should not even exist. Whichever, I'm very curious to see what you say. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content, and see you guys around. Love you all. Bye-bye.